So this is Malibu. So let's hear what she's telling us. So Malibu, when you look at everything, how did you select or feel like you can work with me?
Um, the moment I met you, I was just so impressed how you employed memory to help someone through a moment of grief. I was really impressed. So I could tell from the get-go that you're a person of good character. Like just immediately, without even talking to you, that was through our text-based conversation through Empower Work. So I had that really good first impression. Next, um, you just continued to talk to me in a way that really guided me to get to know myself. You really emphasized how you cared most about me reaching my full potential. And you said it with sincerity. You told me how you do this work, and it's really not about the money per se. Like, it's not. Like, you do this to actually help people, and you say it, you're genuine about it, and you act on it. And you did, and you really, really helped me out. And so it didn't take too long for me to develop that trust in you because you're just someone that when you say something, like you mean it and you showed up with actions. And that's a quality that's pretty rare.
Thank you so much,
Yeah, of
Malibu.
course.
So, so sometimes people are they're not it is not easy for them to go to approach a person, and they will be worried about how that experience will be. And for you, when you work with me, how do you feel like that coaching experience, or like your total experience? You told about how it made you feel and you trusted me. How that coaching experience, whole experience is like, did you what made you feel like, you used like a word, uh, space of freedom. I think that is your words. I'm taking that word from you. So, just tell me how you feel about that, the space we both did, how you feel about the whole experience.
Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up because that is something that also helped me to develop trust. Going back to that question, because the space that you created, to get me when you ask me questions, and you could tell non-verbally, maybe I was like thinking, or I was, reflecting. And at the right moment, you would always tell me, you know what, you don't have to share, you can share. And I remember I believe in one of your presentations, you had wrote something about the space of freedom. I swear I heard it from you. I swear. Yeah, I did. Because
Free will, maybe. Free will.
yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's free will. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I turned it into
Uh-huh.
space of freedom. That probably
Mhm.
could be it. Um, but you were always there, just very much like no pressure at all to get me to try to answer questions that might have just been tougher and that would cause me to reflect. And not only did you say that with your words, but you showed me with your body language. Like it was a very easy space for me to be me, and you continued to emphasize that this work is for me. This work is for me, and that I really did not have to answer, or I can answer how I wanted to. Because sometimes, I'm expressive and I want to, and you were on the other end of it, on the opposite side of it, you were really happy to have me express myself, perhaps maybe in moments where normally other clients might be writing to themselves. But you were there happy to just adapt to what I needed when I needed. And I found you to be very intuitive at adapting like that. And that just is another quality that helped me to develop trust rather quickly.
Thank you. That, so I think you bring that the real point there is like the expressive part. And then for me also, for this work, the expression is very important. And that's the same thing. I felt like you became my client because you are not afraid to express either. So, how do you see that aspect of my coaching with the expression, the whole method? How you feel about that aspect of expression?
The aspect of expression, like how do I feel about the expressing myself?
So like, when I said the coaching is all about expressing yourself the authentic way you are. Like sometimes I say, okay, if you feel like it talking, let it be. If you feel like not talking, let it be. If you feel like writing, let it be. So it's like, that connects with that space of freedom, just like what you are.
Yes. Oh,
How
yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes, yes, yes. So this is a big like a tenet of your practice is always just letting it be, letting the
Mhm.
expression come as it naturally comes. And that's something that you always repeated to
Yeah.
me in all of our sessions, whether I write it, whether I talk about it, whether I turn my camera off and just have a moment to think about and have some privacy. It's something that you always emphasized. And so it made it easier for me to like not hold back, just to be me. And then if I just am me, if you're giving me that space to be me, then every single session with you is just that more effective because I'm not having a mask on because I'm being like the real me because you're actually helping me to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, you said it correctly. That is actually the goal, and being the authentic who we are without being honest. I think that is one of the thing about very important is be true to yourself. So, and then this is like a short video, so I want tell me how it helped you the whole experience. It was like what you expected. So with that question, we will be, this is a short video. We will conclude this one.
Yeah. Um, so what was so great about my experience with you is that you had asked me to reflect on various life experiences. Just not just like things that happened recently, but you asked me to reflect on like highs and lows throughout my entire life. And I've never had a chance to really sit down with that. And I got to see like patterns of things that have happened across my whole life. So it was very deep to me to have that opportunity to be that reflective. And so because it was so deep and I got to think of these big life moments, I was able to dig deeper into, oh, well, this is who I really am. Because I showed up this way about 10 years ago, and again 5 years later, and again 5 years later. And I haven't met anyone that asked me to reflect that that much in depth. And so it just really helped me to understand who my true self was in a way that I hadn't been asked to before.
So, so today we will stop this and we will dig deep into later. But so today's, thank you so much
Of
for
course.
watching this one. Yeah. So we'll continue.